Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Rico with CryptoPow. Right now, what I've got on my screen here is the Alephium wallet. We're getting it a little bit of an update. Um, the reason we're updating it is I want to go ahead and gather a new Alephium address. I'm going to go ahead and solo mine Alephium. I apologize for the gray screen. I'm not sure what exactly I did to make it go gray, but it should go away here shortly. But yeah, I'm a fan of Alephium. There's tons of different coins that I'm mining here and there. Right now, I want to mine more Alephium. As you guys can see, this is what I currently have. Is it enough? It's never enough, I'm sure, is everyone's sentiment. But one other switch that I'm going to also make is we're going to make a new address, and I'm also going to make the switch from hero miners pool mining to solopool.org. Never used that pool before. There's nothing special about that pool to me. In fact, I almost don't want to use it because I think they charge 1.5% for a pool fee, which is up there. It's high, but I do want to move off of hero miners because they have close to 90% of the hash rate, I think, for Alephium. I've checked out some of the other pools on miningpoolstats.stream for Alephium. I've tried out a few of the other ones. I think Alph pool, Alephium-pool.com. They're not anything great. I think Hero Miners has most of the hash rate for a reason. They're well known. They give you a lot of information on their pool, on their wallet stats. And I frankly, I want to stay there, but I am going to make the switch on all of my mining rigs to solopool.org, at least for a month, test it out. Hopefully the hash rates just start to even out. If they do, maybe I'll look at going back to hero miners. But yeah, let's move on with what we're doing here. So here we've got our address. Let me go ahead and click on... Actually, do I need to make a copy of it? And we're going to go in one by one, and we're going to update the flight sheets. So, as you can see, before this video, I had just moved all of them to solopool.org. I was trying out solo mining just before making the full-on switch. So now I'm going to update the address and make the switch to solopool.org. Because I'm only switching the wallet here, I don't think I need to save any of my extra config arguments. Yeah, it looks like they all stayed there. I think it's just when you're changing pools, so I'm just changing the wallet here, so that shouldn't be much of a problem. There's one rig down. Ooh, some of these cards are running a little hot. We'll adjust that here in a second. And before this video, I went through adding that extra Alephium address to Hive, so you may not have seen that in the video. Alright, on to, I think it's Hive 4 next. Yep, nope, Hive 1. Alright, all good there. Last one. Alright, so now we've got all of those. And this is just what I have in Hive OS. I have a few towers running on Windows. I think 2 of those 3 are running Alephium pool mining on hero miners, so we're gonna have to go in and update those as well. But first, let's check out these temperatures. Yeah, let's bump this up here, 45. And little PSA here, I've got overclocks in the flight sheet, and I believe when I've got overclocks in there, whenever I make adjustments from here, it's going to erase those overclocks, or I guess not use them, so I have to go ahead and reboot the system so that it takes those overclocks from the flight sheet back into account. Otherwise, all of these would be running at full stock, and you definitely don't want that, especially in this heat. I think it's 105 right now. Let's go. Okay, yep. Those all look good. 3090 only using 165 watts. Who would have thought that 2 years ago? I think my 3090 was 290, 300, 320, 320 watts. But then again, it was, making heck of a nice profit back then. So I see all of these coming back up here. This card, I think I need to go in and adjust the, number one, this rig. All of these cards are way too close together. But I think this card in particular, I'm going to have to go in and change out the thermal pads, thermal paste. Something I'm still learning to do, but yeah, it's also a PNY single fan. So, I mean, those, they haven't really given me any problems. So, besides this, but what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to take the whole rig down just a little bit. So I'm going to change this core clock down to 1455. It's LOL miner, so this core clock, you want to adjust those in 15 increments, up or down. Update, and then because we adjusted it, I want to go ahead and just restart it to make sure that it takes those changes into effect. And let's see. Just checking out the miner updates. I try and keep these up to date every now and then. It looks like there's nothing useful for us here right now for this rig. But hey, we've got the 1660s all working. Most of those are supers. One TI, one 1660 non-super, non-TI, which they all have their strengths, and I think they all work great. Hopefully we see these cards working on different algos for years to come. Let's see. So let's go to solopool.org. Again, just using this pool because we have to move off of hero miners to try and help that hash rate spread out. If Solopool ever sees this, hopefully they do something about that 1.5% fee, because the moment I decide to stop solo mining and I want to go back to a different pool, I will absolutely take the opportunity to move to a different pool with a more reasonable fee, 1%, 0.5%. I think hero miners might even, for some of their mining coins, I think Flux is at 0%, so it's really cool to see, and that's also why we see so much hash rate on there. But there we go. We've got all of these cards popping up now. 0 blocks found. I'm gonna do this for about 30 days, I believe. I want to run that test out. Really, goal number one is to accumulate more Alephium, and the other goal is just to see how much all of my hash rate that I have available can earn on solo mining. But yeah, well, thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Oh, wait. Sorry, I just had remembered I had to go back and check out the temperatures of the rig that we adjusted. Looks like it's running quite a bit better just because we took all of these down just a little bit here. And for anybody who watches this who says I should probably dual mine Alephium with something else, I plan on doing that at some point. The way I built these rigs, I don't think they could handle running full bore. Also, just heat right now is not something that I want, so actually running these cards in this limited capacity with these cards using as little bit of wattage as possible is what I want. But I'm definitely going to be rebuilding this. I'm probably going to break this out into 2 rigs, maybe with 6 or 7 cards each. Might have to pick up another 1660 variant just to even out the rig. It's been one of the nice things about the bear market is it's a lot easier to pick up graphics cards, and instead of having all of these rigs with a ton of, you know, monstrosity cards, just one of each brand and variety and everything, you know, it's instead it's having I'm able to build out rigs that are, or trying to build out rigs at least, that are a little more same card, same brand, same models. I think that's probably the way to do it, bear market or bull market. I just didn't know, because having to go sit down and tune a rig with 4 different cards, it can be a lot. As you know, each card has its own tuning that it needs. They can all be sensitive to certain miners. So it's much easier to try and do cards that are all the same. I'm sure you guys all know that. But thank you guys for checking out the video. I'm going to upload a second video just showing me updating the towers to solo mine as well. But go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.